Hi, I'm Kevin Hill, and today I thought we would do another fun painting. So let's get started. We'll start off today with some black acrylic and just a paper towel. And I'm going to paint in the whole bottom part of this canvas. Now you notice I divided it with a piece of masking tape. I'm going to have a seascape today, and that'll just give us a straight horizon line. Now with some red and blue, we can add some paint right down here to the bottom. Now this acrylic is dried. Now I'm putting oil paint right on top. And it's real dark and we can't see it yet, but when we start adding white, then we'll begin to see it. Now with the 2-inch brush and some yellow, we can come right about here and start painting our sky. Now with a very small amount of red, we can paint a little red right up here. Still doing big X's and letting it blend. Now with some red and blue, we can come right up here and paint in the rest of the sky. Now I'm not letting it get down too far, because if it hits that yellow, it'll turn a bright green. So we'll come down to the red and stop. Now we can add a small amount of red right here at the horizon. Now with the 2-inch brush, we can blend out this whole sky, make it look nice and soft. Blend out any harsh streaks you have in the sky. Really make it smooth and very nice looking. And then a little bit down here. Now while we have that brush going, we can grab a little bit of white and add a very bright spot right here. I think I want a sun in this painting, and so we'll have a nice bright area right there. Now with some blue and red and a little bit of black, we can come right about here and just do little circles with the fan brush. And we'll shape our clouds. Now with some more blue and black, we can add a nice big cloud up here. Now this one's a little bit darker. We added more of the dark blue and black, because we're starting to get away from the light. We want it to be nice and dark. Now with some white on my finger, we can just paint in a little sun right up here. Now back to a 2-inch brush, and we can very lightly, using small circles, just blend out these clouds. I'm blending only the bottom, not touching the top at all yet. Just the bottom of the cloud. When you're done with that, you can take the brush and just lift up in a big circle like that, and fluff the clouds and blend them all out. Then we can go lightly across. Notice where the sun is here. It's right there, so then that'll tell us where we have to put our highlights. So I just loaded the fan brush with a little bit of white, and now we can think about where we want to highlight these clouds. So this one would be hitting there. And then on this cloud up here, the sun would be hitting the bottom. So we'll have to highlight the bottom. So it's very important you look at your light source when you're highlighting clouds, especially when you have the sun visible in the picture. Now back to the 2-inch brush, and we can very, very lightly blend out this highlight. Small little circles, barely touching the canvas, because I don't want to lose it. Just want to blend it out a little bit. Now look at this. Look at how this is kind of symmetrical. There's 1, 2, 3. Now to enhance that, we can take a cloud and just make them float right there, right in between those. That breaks it up some, because we really don't want any symmetrical patterns in our paintings. Alright, we're done with the sky. Now we can peel the tape off, and we'll grab a 1-inch brush and add some of that paint that we put down here right up where the tape was. Now with some white and a speck of yellow, just so it's kind of an off-white, we can load the fan brush and come right up here and start painting in some background waves. Now I'm keeping these very small and tight and close together back here, and then as I come forward, we'll see a little bit more dark and the strokes get a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to load the fan brush with a little bit more of that white, and I'm going to sketch in my basic wave shape, right about like that. And now I want the wave to be curling over in this direction, so I'll do that to kind of remind us that's what we're doing. Now with a clean fan brush, we can blend this back, just grabbing some of that color and moving it, making it get nice and soft. Same right here. Nice and soft, leaving this dark edge in between the waves. That's what separates them. Now with the filbert brush and some of that white, we can add an eye to the wave just by rubbing like that, letting it get soft and darker as it comes out. So, something about like that. Now with a 2-inch brush, we can very, very lightly use tiny circles to blend out the eye of the wave. And then as you come out, you can grab it and actually pull it in the shape you want your wave to be. Helps to form your wave without doing much work at all. So you can already see how that wave is going to go. Now with the fan brush and some white, we can add the curling part of the wave. Just like that. Let it blend with some of the colors that we had on the canvas. Now to break this edge up, we can take the fan brush and have a little bit kind of crashing over like that. Just a small amount. And we can go back to a brush that has some dark on it and add a little bit of foam right around it, and that makes it fit into the wave a little better. See that? Now it's curling. Now while we have that fan brush going, we can add some foam to the larger wave, just like that. That may not show up very well, but we do need the dark on there, so when we highlight it, we have something to blend into. Now back to the fan brush with white, and we can add a little bit of splash, a little bit of foam, right up here, just like that. Leaving some dark at the bottom. It's very important that we leave dark. Just let it go. Now with the 2-inch brush, we can very lightly blend out this foam. I'm probably using about a dozen hairs in small, small circles to just make this look very soft. Now with some red and blue and a touch of brown on the fan brush, we can come right about here and just drop in a little bit of land far away at the horizon. Now I've added a little bit more brown, and we can make another little piece of land, just like that. Now with some black and brown, we can add in the last one, just like that. Notice how this is the darkest. Now with some brown and white, we can add a small amount of highlight, just like that. Not much detail back here. This is pretty far away. We'll just add a little bit like that. Now with some brown and white on the knife, we can add a small amount of highlight. Still not a ton, because we don't want to distract from the rest of the painting. Just a little. Now back to the fan brush and some white, and we can add a little bit of foam it's just splashing around the rocks. Maybe that wave crashed on the rock, and now it's kind of spilling over like that. Now with some yellow and white on the 1-inch brush, we can come right about here and pull down. Pulling straight down. And then we can go back to a clean brush and go lightly across to create some wet sand. Now with some white on the knife, we can come right about here and rub in a nice little foam thing. Now with a fan brush, we can very lightly blend this out. Just grab the back of it and pull it without touching the front. Don't touch that nice crisp white area. Leave that. Now with the script liner and some dark color, we can put a little line right under that wave. Kind of separates, gives a nice contrast between the light and the dark there. And we can also run a dark line right under that. Now with the script liner and some dark paint, we can add a couple of little birds. Don't hesitate to put your finger on the canvas, because we can blend it away. Alright, well I think we're done. I had a lot of fun, I hope you did too. Don't forget to check out my website and also my DVD for sale. I'll put those links below. And thanks for watching.